on the way out and plant-based is on the way in, all in the name of climate change.
Yeah, starting this year, all New York City health and hospitals are offering plant-based meals as the main option, and public schools have plant-powered Fridays. But we need to do our part individually, too. Our report showed 20% of the city's greenhouse emissions come from household food consumption. So how can we reduce our carbon footprint without giving up our favorite foods?
Joining us now to help explore the link between what we eat and its effect on climate change is Christine Lewington, the CEO of agri-tech company HIP International. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first off, can you explain the connection between climate change and the foods that we eat?
Well, since climate change is one of the most pressing items of our time right now, it includes the food we eat. With the weather patterns changing and all the extreme storms that we're seeing, there's a decrease in our crops, there's a decrease in how much yield we're getting from those crops. So it's putting significant pressure on our food security and the foods that we eat. It goes just beyond production as well, and not just the production of our crops, but it also goes into how we feed our animals and how we transport things and the power that we use. So it affects everything from what we eat to how we grow it.
Okay, and I know there are certain foods that are sort of worse for the environment than other foods. I mean, what are the bad ones? And I'm afraid of what you're going to say, but I think I know the answer.
Well, I grew up in southern Alberta, Canada, and so I do come from a heavily plant-based upbringing, and the food production is one of the most egregious in climate change against it. And in that food production, not just the food facilities, it's animal-based, like the beef, the dairy, the pork. Those are the things that are very heavy on our climate.
Okay, how can we limit the amount of greenhouse emissions caused by the food that we eat?
That's a great question. I always say to everybody, we're all in this together. And if we just do small things and we try to maybe make some choices in the plant-based arena, we will be able to reduce the demand on the animal based, and by reducing our food waste, increasing production transportation efficiencies, finding a different way to do that. And our company, we're doing everything with green energy. So alternative sources of energy to make those, all those things will have a significant impact.
So what do you say to somebody though that's like, look, I like steak. I love it. It's my favorite thing. I love cheese. Pork, delicious. So what do you say to somebody who says that, like I don't want to give it up, and I don't want to eat sort of the lab meat. I'm not there yet. So what?
Well, I call it a transition, and I'm not an all or none. And like I said, I grew up in southern Alberta where cattle, I did cattle ranges. So what I would say is the plant-based industry needs to get more in parity with our traditional food choices, our iconic brands, so that they taste great and they're more affordable. Those are the two things that we really need to do to allow people to make those choices. So if I could offer you something, that was equivalent to and gave you the enjoyment of your favorite steak, you would try it.
I'd try it. I mean, but again, you're saying equivalent to. I mean, I guess that'd be for me to decide ultimately. But okay, look, I get it. The idea is try different things, add more options, make more healthier foods more affordable so more people can try them, because that's the big part of it too. People can't afford some of the good foods that are out there. So there's a lot.
Bottom line, it's about thinking big picture, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right, Christine, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.